with Carole, and this is something we do every week to let you meet some of the difference makers in our lives, people who are changing the community, making life better for other people. And I'm very happy to welcome Cynthia Williams, a mother who has done so much to fight distracted driving in our really not in our area, in our country, because you travel all over the place. Well,
I
Cynthia,
do.
welcome and thank you for being with us. You are
Thank you.
founder of Love From Afar, the Christopher Allen Project, plus Parents Against Distracted Driving. Now, tell
Yes.
all of our listeners out there and viewers out there why you have done this.
Well, years ago in 2006, my son Christopher, my oldest child, was killed in a car accident. And I really didn't know what to do to change that trajectory in my life from having to bury a child for such a senseless act that I actually do every day. So I knew that once I met other families who experienced the same thing I did, I wanted to be around them and understand what it felt like to live without a child. And so I began to normalize being around other people that walk the same thing as I do. And I've been doing it since he passed.
And you have been very effective, and I have met some of the people that you have actually helped in their journeys. And, Cynthia, so many parents we all know parents should never have to bury a child, but you have been able to give comfort. Can you explain how you were able to do that after, because it's very difficult just being a mom having lost her son herself, but what are the tools you need to do that and help lift other parents?
Well, you have to first make a first conscious decision to accept that this has happened in your life. Once you do that, then you know the next step is to begin to heal. And the healing process is very confusing, it's very hard, it hurts, it's very painful. But because you understand that you have to do it, you start learning that you heal from other things more easily that you thought was very painful because nothing trumps burying a child. You could have lost a mother or a sibling, but when you lose a child, it's a lot different than any other funeral you've attended.
Yeah, you find resilience in ways you never knew. Now, Cynthia, I have been very impressed with you because you're traveling all over the country. You've written a book, and this weekend you're doing something very important at Washington High School. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. What's profound is that I've done this at Washington High School for the last 7 years, and we don't get a whole lot of intake from the community. And so I'm asking, we're trying to bring a whole sense of community together for this epidemic that we all are facing. We all drive that same road. Doesn't matter your title, your pocketbook mount in it, or your bank title. None of that matters if we're on the road and someone's driving and crashes and kills us. So we're going to host a mock car crash right outside of Washington High School on 44th and Center, directly in front of the school, where we do a reenactment of a crash with the fire department. We then do an arrest with the police department, and then we go inside for a mock funeral and a mock trial. And we show everyone the stages of that decision you make to either steal a car or drive up and down the street erratically in a reckless or destructive manner. My focus is on the families who's affected by it. I want them to know we got them, right? But we got to show them that there is someone that is there to support them when they see so many people leave them behind.
I am so impressed that you're doing this, and we need this, as you know, Cynthia, with all of the reckless driving we are experiencing in the Milwaukee area. And actually, this is on the rise all over the country. This would be a perfect way for parents to make their children go to this event or to encourage them to go to the event and to learn, because this could actually save lives.
Yeah, for sure. I think our biggest ask is, like our hashtag says, get your kids. Teach your kids that they have to be mindful when they're in the car. I can't think that we can really solve reckless driving or distracted driving until each one of us solve what's going on in our own homes. If we don't take the approach to handle what we got going on, mending differences with people we've had for 15, 16 years, we got parents who are not agreeing to co-parent because they don't like each other. We got grandparents who are stuck in the middle and can't figure it out because nobody likes each other. But I think what COVID has done in these last couple of years has shown us death in an increasing manner. It's shown us connectivity as families, but it's also
Mhm.
shown us a lot of disconnect. So I think us coming together as a community to say, hey, this epidemic is prevalent in Milwaukee right now, as is in other cities. But I know that the list of the people who's died since January is a little higher than other cities and states right now. And I think we as a community, since we ride through the same road, What other thing? And then make it a melting pot to see what people need. Like, let's see what they need. I'm asking families who's been affected, if you've lost someone, come out. I'm here to support. I do grief recovery. We can do our accountability partners. We can help each other. But if we don't know who you are, we can't help you. So don't shy away when you lose somebody in a car crash. I am telling you here, I'm taking full ownership. I'm here to help. But we got to start in our own homes and for our entire community to be affected properly.
Absolutely. And Cynthia, for any of you who are just joining this Facebook Live, I'm talking to Cynthia Williams. She founded the Love From Afar, the Christopher Allen Project, plus Parents Against Distracted Driving. And she is doing her part to combat this epidemic that is plaguing all of us and affecting all of us. And she lost her son, Christopher Allen. And I should point out that you are in front of this beautiful portrait of your son. You're sitting in front of him.
Yeah, he always has my back.
Yeah, I like
No
that. I
matter
like the way
what.
you say that. And what do you
Yeah.
remember most about Christopher?
I think the most profound part is today I recognize he was an angel the whole time. I had a son for 17 years that I wasn't ready to let go, but I had to accept that God had me walking through something, and I did. But I think now, knowing out of all of the things we've experienced, even in the tragedies we had, that I say tragedies of his destructive decisions as a teenager, I tell parents all the time when I speak, my son was in a destructive teenager mode when he died, and I didn't get a chance to say I love you and forgive me and I forgive you. And then he died, which is why it's so profound for me to go around the country and share my story, because if you still have your child, you still got some time to make things right.
You know what? Those are very powerful words, and those are words that parents and everybody needs to hear because we never know about our loved one. But I'm so impressed, Cynthia, how
Thank
you have used your resilient uh, ways and been able to help other people and lift people. It's fantastic. And this event is this Saturday at Washington High School, a mock car crash with an entire lesson to teach kids from the crash to possibly a funeral to really get that in their minds.
Absolutely. And it's going to be an incubator of resources. It's a melting pot this weekend. We're not doing vendor tables. We're not doing none of that. Dress it up, put the balloons out. No, we come with your business cards, come with your resource pamphlets, come with whatever it is that you have in the community that can help change the trajectory of our city. And let's normalize this as much as we can to everybody has to be accountable. We can't leave it to the leaders. We can't leave it to the media. We got to start in our own homes, hold ourselves accountable for whatever destructive decisions we're inheriting and continuing in our bloodlines, break those curses and get some changes done in our community. It's not
Amen.
going to work other way.
Excellent, excellent advice. And also, Cynthia, before we go, I have to praise you because
Thank
you have
you.
won a very important award. I know you are very humble, but you got the Presidential Scholar Award, or
The
what was it?
Lifetime Achievement
Lifetime
Award.
Achievement Award.
Yeah, the Presidential
Congratulations.
Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an honor. To have to acquire it from me being pretty tenacious and burying a child, but
Oh, well,
I'll take it.
but
I'll
to turn
take
it
it.
around and do good and help others, that's really God's plan, like you said, for you. And you are doing it. And Christopher still lives. He lives
He
as an
does.
angel watching over you.
He
And for those
does.
of you joining us, please, if you have a child and that you're having trouble reaching them, join them at Washington High School this weekend. You might save your child's life or someone else's life. And thank all of you for watching us on this Facebook Live Lunch with Carole. We do this every Wednesday at 12:30, and we'll see you next week. Cynthia, love you.
Love you too. Thank you. Appreciate it.